Hi guys, welcome to my show. My name's Amy Shine, and this is my weekly podcast, and also coming to you on YouTube if you're watching on video. So I just started these shows, and I'm kind of rolling out different topics every week, whatever comes up. This week, I'm talking about how do you be money. Okay, so basically, I'm an Access Consciousness certified facilitator, and with the tools of Access, we talk a lot about, being, how to be. And, if you're looking for more of something, if you're asking for more money or more ease or more joy or more sex, more business, more clients, you first got to be that. Like, whatever you're not willing to be, you cannot have. So whatever you're not willing to be, you cannot have. So if you're asking to have more money, but you're not willing to be money, you actually can't really have it. So there's this workbook that I have studied extensively, and I continue to study, and it's called the How to Become Money Workbook. You may have heard me talk about it. I've done lots of free calls, invited lots of people to go through the workbook with me. And I just wanted to talk today because I just did this call recently, How to Become Money, and we went through the workbook and we kind of dipped into the workbook a bit. One of the questions that came up in the call from one of the ladies was, how do you actually be money? And it was a really interesting question at the time. It was like, and after I said some stuff like about being the energy of it, right? Because like a lot of times what it is that we have all these points of views in the way. We have points of views of what money is, or what relationship is, or what sex is. And it's our point of view that creates our reality. And so we got to first look at, what are your points of views? Like, what are your points of views around money? What are your judgments of money? What does money mean to you? Same goes for sex, same goes for relationship, same goes for business. And what shows up a lot when we start to look at that stuff is that what we tend to do is we tend to put all this stuff outside of us. Like, we tend to make money something that we have to get, or something we have to work for, or relationship is something we have to get, or sex is something we have to get, something we have to find, and it's outside of us, rather than it's something we be. And the more that you can get that, money is an energy. Money isn't cars. It's not coins. It's not gold. It's not silver. Money is energy. Orgasm is energy. Relationships is energy. Everything is energy. So it's only our point of view that makes it something else, and that's what limits us. It's our point of view limits what we can receive. So we put money outside of us, and then that stops us from receiving it. So the how do you be money is actually starts with unraveling all those points of views that stops you from being it and puts money outside of you. Because whatever you put outside of you, you can't really, you always have to separate from yourself to try and get it. Rather than actually, if you knew money was just energy, how much more could you just be it, right? So how do you be money? Okay, so I'm going to give you a couple of snippets from this workbook this evening. So money is energy, okay, as are you energy. There's no difference between you and money except the points of views that you give it. And you give it those point of views because you've bought the points of views of others. So maybe you grew up in a home where you got to work hard for money, or you grew up in a home where, money doesn't make you happy, or all these crazy points of views. And so you buy these points of views, and then you start creating that reality. So if you would like to change your financial situation, if you would change that which is money in your life, then you must learn to be in allowance of all things. Now, this is for everything you're looking to change. If you want to change your sex life, if you want to change your business, if you want to change how things are showing up for you, you've got to first be in allowance of all things. Okay, what is allowance, right? Allowance is when a point of view is delivered at you, you look at it and you see what's true for you. If it is true for you, you have made an alignment and agreement, and you have made it a solidity. If it is not true for you, you either resist and react to it, and you make a solidity. So either way, you make it solid, right? Even your own point of view needs no agreement. They need to be only interesting points of views. So that's where that's allowance. Allowance is everything is just an interesting point of view. So if, if your father's telling you, money doesn't grow on trees and you got to work really hard for it. And, money is only for the elite couple of people in this reality. And if you go, okay, that's true for me, and you align and agree with it, then you create that as your reality. But if you resist and react to it and you're like, no, F that, I'm going to prove him wrong. I'm going to go out and make a load of money overnight doing, something really easy. I'm going to prove him wrong. Then you resist and react to him and you make that solid too. So either way, they're both points of views that limit you. So what takes you out of that is allowance. Interesting point of view, he has the point of view. If someone accuses you of something, interesting point of view, they have that point of view. It's not right, it's not wrong, it's just a point of view. And this is one of the key things that will start to unravel all those places that stops you from being money, being orgasm, being relationship, being business. How many people have points of views around business? It takes years to build a business. You got to have loads of investment money to invest. You got to put all your money back into it. Like so many points of views. It's just looking at, okay, it's not right, it's not wrong, it's just the point of view, interesting point of view. So you start to have allowance. When you start to have allowance, you can actually change the way things are showing up for you. What you are, what you would have, you must be. It starts with being. It's not a doing, it starts with being. The doing comes after the being. I always thought I had to do, and then I would finally have everything. It's the other way around. When something isn't showing up for me, it's usually because I'm not being something. There's something I'm not being. If my business is getting slow or whatever, it's usually what am I not willing to be here, not what I'm not doing. And you can ask, what can I be and do to change this? Because sometimes there is action required. So if you see money as anywhere besides within the being view, you will never have it at all, and there will never be enough from your point of view. And that's a massive thing that comes up. There's never enough business, never enough orgasm, never enough money, never enough relation, like this lack in our worlds. So how do you move beyond that? Well, first, you got to start, again, look at the points of views you have, and then start to be an allowance of everything. And allowance doesn't mean you're a doormat and you leave people walk all over you. Basically, this is what he says in the workbook. And by the way, this workbook is from Gary Douglas, founder of Access Consciousness. So he reads, allowance, you are the rock in the stream, and any thought, idea, belief, or decision comes at you, goes around you, and moves on. If you are a rock in the stream, you are an allowance. If you are acceptance, if you are trying to accept all ideas, thoughts, beliefs, and decisions that come at you, you become part of the stream and you get washed away. So allowance allows you to be aware of everything and not be at the effect of anything. So everyone has points of views about everything, right? Allowance is you can receive everything, it goes around you and it flows on. But when you're in alignment and agreement or resisting and reacting, you're constantly in that fight and you're getting washed away with everyone else's crap, basically. So how do you be money, right? Couple of things. How you be money. Start with the allowance. Then how you be money is you've got to have awareness, right? So it starts with, how do I be money? I am awareness. You start with awareness. Okay, so what is awareness? Sorry. I lost that bit. Okay. Oh yeah. I wanted to read a bit about awareness to you. So I am money. I am power. I am awareness, I am control, I am creativity. That's how you start with being money. You start being, I am money, I am control, I am awareness, I am creativity. So let's start with what? Okay, let's start with power. Okay, so power is energy, unlimited, expansive, growing, magnificent, glorious, fabulous, exuberant, and quick energy. Okay, so how do you become power? You just start saying in the morning, I am power. Say it 10 times a day, 10 times in the evening. I am creativity. What is creativity? Okay, creativity is the vision of your life and the work that you desire to do as the essence of you, as the soul of energy. Everything you do done at creativity, regardless of whether you are sweeping the floor, cleaning the toilets, washing the windows, washing the dishes, cooking the meal, writing your checks, done as creativity connected to power equals energy results in money, because they are all the same then. So it's not what we're actually doing, it's the energy we're being while we do it. So he's talking about if you're cleaning the floor, if you be creativity as you clean the floor, which then you connect to power, which equals energy, and that results in money. So how do you be money? You first be creativity, be power, be control, and then be awareness. So, okay, what's awareness? This was the one that got me. Okay, what is awareness? Awareness is the recognition that everything you think gets created. It is manifested. It is how your life shows up by your thoughts alone. So that's how, like, okay, how do you be money? If your point of view is, I gotta, I'm really crap at money, I never have enough, there's never enough, then with awareness, you are creating that as your reality. Because awareness is your thoughts create your reality. Everything you think, you create as your reality, and that's how your life is showing up. So how do you be money? You first be awareness. And awareness is the knowing that everything you think, you create. So if you've created a crap financial reality, it's like, okay, I've created it. If I know I've created this with my points of views, with my thoughts, I can also change it. And that's the beauty of it. When you're willing to know that you are creativity, you are awareness, you are control, you are power, then you can be money. Then you can actually be everything, and then you can change everything. But you first got to be those first few things: creativity, awareness, power, control. So I like what he says here about awareness. So he said, if you have the creative image of where you're going and what you're going to do, and you attach to it the awareness that it is a done deal, it will manifest, right? So I ask yourself, has there been times in your life where you had a vision, you wanted to move house, or for me, I wanted to live by the beach in the sun in a yoga community where there was lots of healers, and I could practice yoga, and I could do conscious dance, and I could create classes with access. And I saw myself in somewhere warm on the beach. I didn't know where that was. I had the vision for it, okay? And then I attached it to the awareness that it was a done deal and it will manifest. He says what we do here is we add in the element of time, and time is what kills the vision of your awareness from being manifested, from creating it.
90 seconds.
Sorry, this was a fast one. Because if it doesn't show up tonight or tomorrow, then you decide it's not happening. So for me, I actually didn't know when this would show up for me, but I made a choice to move country. I made a choice to come to Florida. And then I ended up coming through this town called Delray Beach. And I was like, oh my God, this is what I wanted. This is what I asked for. This is totally what I asked for. This was the energy. So when you take time out of it,
seconds.
You are actually being controlled when you take time out of it. Because when you are controlled, you're being controlled, you don't have to control it anymore. So if you want more information on this, it's the How to Become Money Workbook. I'll post a link below. But that's really how you start to actually be money. You first be control. You first be awareness. You be power, control, awareness, creativity. And that's the thing. Control is like when you are being controlled, you don't have to control how everything shows up on the outside, and that then allows the vision, the creativity, and the awareness of how you'd like your life to be to show up.
10 seconds.
Sorry. So that's it, guys. If you have any questions about that, please play with this. I am money, I am power, I am control, I am awareness. I am creativity. I am money. I am power. I am control. I am awareness. I am creativity. Play with that. Post it on your fridge, on your mirror in the bathroom. Start saying that every day, every morning, and see what shows up. And please send me a message if things start changing. And if you have any questions about tonight's show, just send me a message on Facebook or write a comment to me underneath here. Thanks for listening, guys. Talk to you soon.